Hey, thanks everybody for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre.
You're the Fonz, and I'm Joel.
Joel was licking the microphone cover a second ago, so that's great.
Yep.
In this current climate.
I'm just marking it as mine.
Well, you can take it home with you now.
Good.
This is episode 22. We are back after a week off.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks since our last episode.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
because you needed some sort of vacation or something.
Yeah, I pretended to be sick to get away from you for a week.
That's why I've been calling you Dad.
It was the only way I could. I was like, well, maybe if I'd say I'm quarantined.
I kept knocking at the door. Josh, let me in. Oh, I'm sick.
I did the opposite of going out for cigarettes and never coming back. I'm going to go home.
No, you were sick.
Yeah, there was something. I tested negative for COVID.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that, unless it was a false.
Are you positive, though? That you were negative?
They were negative about my positivity.
They're positive that you're negative.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Cool.
I don't know. The whole thing was weird.
Maybe you fever dreamed all that.
Maybe. There was, yeah. From Wednesday to Sunday, I was just in fever. It was just a fever dream constantly.
That's crazy.
It was like when I first left work that morning. I had a 102, 103, something like that. So I left. I called my doctor's office, tell them what's going on, asked them what I should do next, and they just told me to monitor my symptoms and stay home.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I kind of need to know if I need to let people at work know whether what do I let people know?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we don't really know. Like, if you want, we can give you a note, like a doctor's excuse. I was like, no, not that. Like, I need to let them know if I'm sick or not, if they need to get tested. So they were like, well, right now we're just telling people to monitor their symptoms. So I was like, all right. Within like 20 minutes, my pulmonary doctor called me. I have no idea how they even got, how they even knew.
Yeah.
But they called me and sent me for the test.
Oh.
And then.
How was that the test?
Awful.
Yeah, they stick a thing
I didn't know that
to your brain or something.
Yeah, I thought they swabbed the inside of my cheek.
Yeah.
So the guy has the swab and he's about to do it, and I have my mouth open, thinking that he's going to swab the inside of my cheek, and he goes, "Now just remember, I'm not the one that ordered this." And I'm like,
"Oh shit,
that's a weird thing to say." And then before I can finish my thought, boom, up my nose, touching my brain.
Up your nose.
Yeah,
with the rubber
I almost need him in the face.
Yeah.
But and then they told me it was going to be. It could take up to 9 days to get the results.
Yeah, that's what you told me, and then your mom told me.
Within 24 hours. Yeah. So I don't even.
Well, you're kind of a big deal.
Kind of. A lot of people are wondering.
I called him and bothered him a lot because I was ready to record again.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so I don't know what it was. I think it's allergies because now, every year, since we now live in the center of Shitsville for allergies, I get.
Oh, the pollen's so bad right now.
So I don't know if that's what it was.
That's your pollen report. It's so bad right now. And I knew you were feeling better because it was your last day of quarantine, and you had your boy pick you up some stuff, didn't you?
You've been asking me. You've been all week, the entire time I was on quarantine. You need anything, man? How you doing? And the whole time I didn't because I was barely alive.
Yeah. To
the world. I was basically just asleep the whole time. So then, that last day, I was better. And I needed something.
You're like, hey, will you go to the store for me? And I was like, yeah, sure.
I had the definition of munchies.
I was like, what essential item does Josh need?
Yeah,
I'm going to get it. I'm going to help him.
You said, let me know if you need anything.
Anything.
So I asked you, if you'd hit up. I was just basically saying, Go-Mart.
Yeah.
Or a gas station.
Yeah, you said gas station in the text.
Ask if you could get me
2 packs.
2 of the 2-packs of blunt wraps.
Yep. Which I had those at the house because I bought 8 packs a couple days before that to get ready.
A bag of Doritos.
Yep.
The king size thing of Starburst.
Yep.
And a king size Hershey bar.
Big Hershey bar. And
I
couldn't find the big Hershey bar.
Like a king size Hershey bar. Like a share
I thought
size.
For whatever reason you actually needed the big one. It was
You mean that giant?
Yeah, I thought it was real specific to that. So I was like, man, he's gonna get mad that I only can find these little ones.
No, like the king size, and then a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew Zero.
Yep.
So, You brought it.
It was the Munchie List from Half Baked.
You said something like it was like a 12-year-old.
Yeah. Like I expected that from my nephew. Hey, my nephew, you need anything? He's 12.
Now, can I mention though that other than the bag of Doritos, nothing was what I actually wanted.
Oh, really?
So.
What? You got the blunt wraps?
I didn't. Well, okay, so everything exceeded what I wanted.
Okay.
I'll say that, kind of. So the blunt wraps were my fault. I wanted like the actual, like with tobacco.
Okay.
Because I don't have the skills to roll.
Oh.
So
I got all them skills.
I don't. So I always cheat and kind of like roll the tobacco out and then just fill it back.
Sure.
Is what I do. So
now I know for next time.
Yeah. So
I messed everything up. So
and then,
sorry, Dad.
I was fine with the giant bag of Starburst, but really all I wanted was the king size little like pack of them. Like
you got a lot. It was like a bag with the handle.
I picked the bag up. I was like, "Holy fuck! What is in this?" And then
boy went big.
The Hershey bar just wanted like a king size one, just like not like the giant 5-pound. But like you got me like five pack, like the little ones.
Yep.
And then
I was like, he could melt all those together and make a big one.
The Mountain Dew Zero was delicious, but it was Baja Blast, which I did not read. So when I first took a drink of it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was good though.
God damn it, Joel.
So yeah, but yeah,
Doritos were good though.
The Doritos were delicious. So. Yeah, man. I mean, I came out of my coma.
You fucking owe me, is what.
And that's what I needed at first.
You fucking owe me.
The Mishka
yeah.
Shubali records came the same day. That's what worked out. Like
that's really why I was texting you every day. I was like, I don't want to just text you like, hey, have the records come? I don't want to just
straight up ask.
I'm like, hey, how you feeling? You need anything? Records?
Any records making their way to your door yet?
But yeah, we got some records. So that's cool. I got a Decipar CDO's record today.
Yeah, that's Connor Oberst.
Yep, his punk band. 2002, that album came out. Read Music, Speak Spanish.
Yeah,
good one.
That's They just did like the EP, and did they do like 2 albums or just 1?
There's they just did another album like maybe 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they did.
I was listening to that in the gym and shit a lot. But it's cool to get that one. It was only $16 through Saddle Creek. I mean, Mishka had a real good deal on his record, so we got those.
Yeah, we're like we're supporting.
We're not dying, musicians, and we're supporting musicians.
It was good to see, because Mishka lives off of.
Yeah.
I mean,
shows and stuff. And
yeah,
so shows right now.
I feel bad for all the people that live off of shit like that, and so I've been trying to.
Suckers.
I've been trying to support people here and there when I can. So, if you got which by the way, right now, if anybody wants to help out some people. Pro wrestlers, like independent pro wrestlers, a lot of those dudes are struggling right now to make any kind of money.
Yeah.
Because they made all of their money off of shows and merch.
Merch that they would sell at the shows.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this and you're a fan of independent pro wrestling or whatever, go and hook dudes up like Christian Cobain, Ron Mathis, Matt Connard.
Yeah.
Anybody like that, find people that support your local musicians and wrestlers and all that shit right now, because those people need the money.
And support your podcast.
Support your podcast, because we are struggling. We're starving podcasters out.
I gotta keep this boy in Starburst and Doritos. Okay, it's hard. You ever try to raise a 30-something-year-old? It's hard.
37,
middle-aged, mediocre.
I had my birthday while I was dying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't text you that the next day.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I would never know it was my birthday if it wasn't for Facebook. Yeah. And I don't even have my birthday on there.
I have mine turned off where it doesn't tell me when it's anybody's birthday, because I'm just I'm a dick.
That's a good move.
I'm not gonna do that fake shit where I don't talk to somebody all year and it's their birthday. I'm like, hey, happy birthday, pal!
Man, my Cole Cash Facebook.
Yeah.
That I check it once a month, maybe, if I remember it exists. I'll go and check it. But when it's my birthday, everybody comes out of the woodwork. Because on that one, I just friended everybody that sent me a request.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're trying to invite people to shows.
Yeah.
Just get the cosmic
I don't know
name
98% of those people. But
those lucky bastards.
I get so many notifications, and I was like, "What? You guys? None of you know me. None of you have any idea. Like, this is so fake."
Happy birthday, champ!
But yeah, so that's what we've been doing.
Yep.
You haven't been like sick at all, have you?
No.
You've been.
I take my vitamins every morning, like Hulk Hogan said. I got I do that.
Have you been praying like he said?
To the porcelain white god sometimes.
I mean, he asks that we quit thinking.
Oh, recently, yeah.
In science terms, and just pray to Jesus,
brother.
So,
no, I feel good. I mean, I had a little bit of allergies there for a day or so. Like you said, it's just this kind of weather, but I mean, no cough, no fever, no.
Wood County is officially a hot zone now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Wood County is.
For the COVID?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah. Which, I mean, isn't much of a surprise because, like, my mom works at Home Depot.
Yeah.
And she, like, texted me pictures a few times of the lines of people because I only let in 75 at a time.
Yeah.
And there's just...
And people are home, so they're like, let's go to Home Depot. And, you know, it's not... I would have to believe that a lot of their business isn't essential.
No, it's just everybody's decided with this time off, they'll do, like, little home projects.
Yeah. Just stay home. I stay home, I go to the store... And I hang out with, like, 2 people.
Yeah, I really don't go anywhere.
Who don't,
I go to work.
They hang out with, me and, like, the other person. It's like we're a small group of people, and I don't know, man.
Fortunately, this is all a hoax.
Yeah.
So, everybody's actually fine.
Sure.
Thank Jeebus.
Yeah.
But
they're changing the batteries in the birds, right?
I guess one guy... So, my dad works at Lowe's. So, my parents have the...
Is that why they split up?
Yes. He said that a guy came in and wanted to buy like UV light bulbs. And they were like the little ones that go into like fish tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't remember whatever the conversation, however it went. He ended up saying that he needed them because he was going to put them in his doorway, and then anytime somebody came over, he would just turn the UV lights on, and then that way he would know that once they came through the doorway, they didn't have the COVID now.
Oh, because you can see it with the UV
No, because
lights.
It cures it.
Oh, it cures it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's all you need is a cheap little UV light that would go in your fish tank.
I'm going to get one.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the
just,
cure.
Like, you swallow it or what?
I don't know,
it's
man.
Like a pill that you
I
eat?
think you just have it on. I think as long as you're in its presence.
I know.
So,
if you're listening, don't swallow light bulbs.
Or do. We're not here to tell you what to do.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not after
that light bulb incident.
Not after the incident of 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost fell.
Oh, Jesus.
But so this week, Joel's got a story.
Yeah.
Because I definitely didn't want to do any preparation.
I came with it.
You did.
I had 2 weeks and I started on it last night.
You have some serial killer looking notes over there.
Yeah, it's pretty serial killerish. All capital. Double space, double lines. Well, I wanted to be so I could read it, because I can't read my own writing. So this is me concentrating and trying really hard to like make it legible for me, and then I can tell you the story.
I feel like when you were in school, and your teacher asked you for like a 8-page paper.
Do these have to be cursive?
This is what you did, and you like...
double
space, wrote really big letters.
The really, 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 really tall man.
It was 6 sentences, and it made 8 pages. What have you got to do, man? All right, so...
Look, I'll fucking rip it up, okay? And just go fuck myself. How about that?
Well, can you do it in an entertaining, funny way?
No.
Well, before you tell the story...
Okay.
We're going to take an ad break.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last episode...
So we can get paid.
I found out, after going back and listening to it, we took the ad break.
We did.
But I forgot to edit in the ad.
Oh.
So there's just a weird silence.
So it was just a break. We were just contemplating everything in our lives.
It's just a break from listening to us talk. So...
God, I need a break like that.
So you guys are welcome for that.
Okay.
But this time it's actually going to be an ad.
All right.
And we're going to go and take the ad break.
Okay, ad break.
We'll be back in just a second. All right, and we are back from what I hope is an ad break.
Yeah, better be an ad
I hope
break.
I didn't forget this time.
If not, anchor.com and stuff.
Anchor.fm.
Yeah.
Yeah, anchor.com is a different thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whatever.
You got to go to anchor.fm.
Anchor.fm then, fellas.
Which
ladies.
is So I've been messing around with some of the features on the Anchor.fm app. It is ridiculous how amazing it is for free.
Yeah.
Because I've been listening to like other people's podcasts, like celebrities, like make a lot of money. I don't know what they're using, but it sounds like dog shit. And you can't, like, it glitches and you can't, whatever. Mm-hmm. Anchor's free as hell.
Free as hell.
It does like everything we need.
Yeah.
So
I think all our episodes sound good too.
So we just did like an extra ad for Anchor.
In case you forget.
So that's 2 ads. Anchor, you owe us.
You owe us!
Now you're on our time. All right, man. So this story, let's get into it.
All right. So this one is, there's not a lot of mystery to it. There's only one death. It's more of a kind of a moral dilemma, I guess. We'll see. But it happens on July 10th, 1981.
All right.
Ken Rex McElroy was shot to death in broad daylight in front of 60 witnesses.
Shit. Okay.
No one has ever been arrested, and the case is still open.
Of course.
Shot to death, broad daylight in front of 60 witnesses.
And his name was Ken
Rex McElroy. Ken Rex.
All right.
And it happened in Skidmore, Missouri.
Okay.
Who in 1981 had a population of 437.
And 60 of those people
were at the
real
scene
quick,
of the crime.
Let me do some math.
All right.
You said how many people?
437 was the population, and there was an estimated 60 people there when he was shot.
7% of the population witnessed a murder.
The victim, Ken Rex McElroy, was born June 1st, 1934. He was the 15th of 16 kids.
Good Lord.
He left school by the 8th grade and was believed to be largely illiterate.
You're already through 6 pages.
At age 18, story's about over, okay? It's almost done.
So was he born in Missouri?
Probably.
Like, was this his hometown?
Probably, maybe.
15 of the 437 people are his brothers and sisters.
I don't know. I should have looked that up to see. We'll say maybe.
Basically, this entire town is McElroy's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken Rex. At age 18, a steel slab fell on McElroy's head at a construction site, and he was injured pretty bad. And they think that maybe he's a bully, McElroy. Okay. I'll get to that part.
I know this story.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
He's a big giant bully, and they're thinking he was prone to, violence and things like that. So they kind of trace that back to that incident, where
you take a steel beam to the head.
It's kind of mess you up. He was a big old guy, 270 pounds. He fathered more than 10 children. He met his last wife, Trina McLeod, when Trina was 12 and in the 8th grade. And McElroy raped her repeatedly. And then, to get out of the rape, he moved her into his house and married her.
Because at that time, raping
she was
your
the only
wife,
witness. Yeah,
probably back then, raping your wife wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and so that's how he got around that. Like, he had multiple wives, but they said a lot of his wives would overlap like that. Wow. And he liked them young. He had a couple like that.
I wonder how old he was when he met her.
I think he was like in his 40s.
And she was 12?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He's
a piece of shit.
He's just a delight. I am so glad to know that he's dead.
So Trina got pregnant and had the baby. And about 12 days after the baby was born, Trina and McElroy's wife at the time, Alice, escaped and went to Trina's parents' house. Right. McElroy found out where they were, traced them down or whatever, took them, and then went back to the house, burned down the parents' house, and shot their dogs.
Can we get like 10 more steel beams to fall on his head?
So now he's with Trina. Trina had the kid. Let's see. She dropped out of school when she was 14 in the 9th grade. Oh, and that's his wife now.
And he's 40-something.
40-something. And shot 2 dogs and burned down the house.
Oh.
How's your in-laws? He was one local farmer speaking about McElroy was quoted as saying, "I think that Ken simply wanted to be big and important and have people be afraid of him when he walked down the street." And he got that. They were.
Well, yeah, because he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, because he's burning down houses and...
It's not fear out of respect.
And McElroy made a relatively good living out of leasing some of the land on his farm. He trained and raced dogs, and he was also a thief, which is another reason why everyone fucking hated him. He stole livestock, grain, alcohol, gas, antiques, and that's how Cat always made all his money. And he was in constant trouble with the law. His McElroy's lawyer estimated that he was charged with various crimes at least 3 times a year. Like, is the lawyer bragging about? I didn't see where that came from.
I mean, well, apparently he's a good lawyer.
Yeah. Well, by some accounts, he was McElroy was indicted as many as 21 times, but escaped conviction all but once. And he would brag, McElroy, that his lawyer was a Kansas City lawyer who worked for the mob. So he had mob ties, and that's how
something going on there. I would think.
That's how some speculate that's how McElroy was kept out of jail, because his lawyer had mob ties, and
right.
This is back in the 70s, 60s.
I don't even think the mob would put up with this fucking dude. I feel like even the mob would be like, nah.
Another way that he would avoid jail was he would intimidate witnesses. Anytime something came up against him, he was known for just following witnesses, stalking them. He would just park on their property and just let them know that he's staring into their house. Just intimidate witnesses so they wouldn't never try to testify against him and stuff. Some of his alleged crimes were robbery, harassing, assaulting women, destroying property, threatening lives, assault, including shooting 2 people. So this guy, he shot some good people. The first shooting victim was a farmer named Romaine Henry. McElroy shot Henry twice in the stomach on Henry's land after Henry came out to tell him he didn't want McElroy on his land.
Well, maybe Henry shouldn't be such a selfish asshole.
Yeah. So he shot him twice in the stomach. Henry lived.
Can we, real quick, back to the beginning of the story,
Okay.
Did you say that he was shot multiple times?
Yes, the farmer, Romaine. He shot multiple people.
No, like him himself.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
When he was killed,
he was shot twice.
Good, okay. I was hoping it was 20 times, but okay.
Yeah, 20 would be the best, but I think only 2 shot him.
Gotcha.
And the way he got out of the way that he, of course, McElroy denied being there, and he got 2 of his friends to lie for him and said that he was on a raccoon hunting trip. And he
solid alibi.
Yeah, and he didn't get in trouble for that.
Can't poke a hole in that alibi.
Earl and Gus said they were hunting coons together.
Nobody's ever lied about hunting coons.
Who are you to question Earl and Gus?
Yeah. They wouldn't lie for him.
On April 25th, 1980, McElroy's 8-year-old daughter went into the local store owned by Ernest Bo Bowenkamp. Bo was a 70-year-old grandpa. His family ran like a local store, like the convenience store.
Like a little general store?
General store, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And a store clerk asked McElroy's 8-year-old daughter to put back a piece of candy that she was trying to steal.
Yeah, like you do.
Well, word got back to old McElroy about that, and he got livid. All right, because you don't. That's my daughter. You don't.
Right.
So he started.
Look, if he wants to beat her, and probably rape her,
at one point,
that's fine.
Yes,
but
so McElroy got a hard on for the Bowenkamp family now, and he would start to stalk the Bowenkamps.
Oh,
his
my
daughter,
God.
the wife, the 70-year-old man, everything, which finally led to the events of July 8th, 1980, where McElroy was driving down the back alley of the general store and spotted Bo outside of the store. McElroy got out of his truck, had a shotgun with him, shot him twice. Shot him in the face, shot him in the neck, took off.
Fuck.
But Bowenkamp actually lived. He didn't die. And McElroy was arrested.
So luckily McElroy has shitty bullets.
Yeah, right. He shoots 2 old people, one guy twice in the stomach, another guy in the face.
Yeah, at least he's not good at killing people.
Because they didn't want his daughter to shoplift. It wasn't because
one guy wanted him off his property, and the other guy wanted his kid to put back some fucking candy.
And last time I checked, this is goddamn America,
where you can steal and go on anybody's land,
especially in the 80s.
Yeah, in Missouri.
Missouri?
Are you kidding me?
So McElroy was then arrested and charged with attempted murder, and trial was set for August 18th, 1980. Leading up to the trial, McElroy would stalk the Bowenkamp family, park on their property, even shoot guns in the air.
Maybe we ought to set his bail real fucking high.
On their property. I don't know if it's because it's such a small town, if everyone's just scared of them, and it's just...
Yeah,
back then, the 80s, it's just crazy.
I feel like those kind of assholes
hearing this story,
always...
I know a couple of these guys like this in Parkersburg.
Yeah,
these old school guys.
As you're reading this, I'm picturing people.
Yep. We'll talk out there. We'll talk out there recording. So he even shot off the property, and the lawyers were able to help McElroy delay the trial for 5 months, during which time the prosecuting attorney resigned. And some speculated he resigned because McElroy,
yeah, he'd probably been threatened.
Yeah, he threatened them to resign. And
if McElroy's not doing the threatening one-on-one, he's sending like his buddies Earl and Gus or whatever to do their
word's getting there.
Yeah.
So the new prosecuting attorney, David Baird, was only out of law school for 3 years. So he's up to a pretty good case already.
He's up against the Kansas City mob lawyer.
But he was actually able to convict McElroy of second-degree assault with a maximum sentence of 2 years.
Okay.
But the judge freed McElroy on $40,000 bail bond pending the appeal. And he was able to appeal it because the charges are dropped from attempted murder to knowingly cause physical injury.
Jesus.
Because the lawyer, he knew that there'd be a chance he wouldn't be able to get him for attempted murder.
Right.
But if he dropped the charges down to this, he'd at least be able to get McElroy for something.
Yeah.
So they were going to get him guilty for that, and he'll get 2 years, and the lesser charges would stick. But even after being convicted, McElroy was just arrogant. He was quoted as saying, "The jury convicted me, and they gave me 2 years. But I'll tell you what. Woman, go wait in the car. I'm talking to the reporters. I'll tell you what. I'll never go to jail. I'll appeal, and I'll get off. I've been fighting the law since I was 13, and I'm damn near 50 years old. I've been arrested for over 53 felonies, and this is the first time I ever lost."
Oh, again, I'm so glad I know this guy's dead.
I wanted to get that out at the beginning, just so you would know. Sorry, because you're hearing this, you're going to get mad. So after release, McElroy went to the local tavern, the B&G Tavern, with a rifle with a bayonet on it, and started making graphic threats about murdering Bo and his family. So McElroy was once again arrested and once again quickly released.
Good job, judges.
So on the morning of July 10th, the murder, there was actually a meeting right down the street from the B&G Tavern. It was at the, it was attended by 60 townspeople, including the mayor and the sheriff. It was at the Legion Hall.
Asshole.
And the whole purpose of the meeting was to discuss what they could do, the town, to legally prevent McElroy from hurting anyone else. So Sheriff Dan Estes stands up and suggests the formation of a neighborhood watch. The sheriff of the town,
because so far,
suggested a neighborhood watch to deal with the guy that shot 2 different people, made threats. Sheriffing.
Yeah.
He's getting too old for this shit.
We just need more of us out there looking at him.
We just really watched him.
We just looked at him more.
Oh.
So I hope somebody told the sheriff to shut his dumb ass up.
One attendant of the meeting was quoted as saying, "We simply felt the system failed us. We all knew what McElroy was like, but there he was again and again. It seemed like nobody could stop him." So during the meeting, word spread that McElroy was drinking at the B&G Tavern right down the street with his wife.
Okay.
And the sheriff
can't believe she was old enough to get into the bar. But
the sheriff warned everyone from confronting McElroy again. And again
cowardly piece of shit.
And again suggested a neighborhood watch, and then the sheriff left town.
Of course. You fucking coward.
So the meeting ended, and the crowd quickly descended on
What's
the
that
tavern.
sheriff's name?
Estes.
You fucking cowardly, spineless turd.
Hey, what about a neighborhood watch?
Now nobody bother him.
But what about it? Just watch him. So the sheriff, he's like, hey guys, don't go down there confront him. Think about the neighborhood watch. Just think about it. He's like, anyway, I'm gonna take off.
I can just see him like sweating. He's like patting his head dry.
He's like, I gotta get out of here. Shit.
He's got a suitcase. Like there's a sleeve coming out of the suitcase where he didn't pack it all the way.
Yeah, he's like. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm just gonna check the station. So the meeting, of course, the crowd quickly descended upon the tavern, where McElroy was still in the bar drinking, and they all kind of flanked around his truck. And a couple people even went inside, and let him know. I mean, McElroy knew they were out there. So he finished his beer. He bought a 6-pack for the road, and then he went and sat in his truck with everyone around him. And he's just sitting in his truck, and he lights up a cigarette. And then next thing you know, gunshots. The back glass explodes out of the truck, and he's hit.
Good.
And his wife, Trina, I think I said his name was, she dove out of the truck. She was able to get whisked away to safety. Because, I mean,
You don't want to.
It's not her fault for all of this. I mean, it's just awful.
She was fucking 12.
Yeah, the underage girl that he raped got away safely, luckily. Yeah. And so McElroy, age 47, was shot dead. He was hit twice. They found 2 different bullet casings at the scene, suggesting multiple shooters.
Smart.
None of the witnesses called an ambulance.
Good.
None of the people there, fucking, like, they could see it from the store. Because I read another interview where it said the daughter of Bowenkamp was at the store watching it all go down.
Like, look, we'll get to it. We'll call him in a minute. We got things to do. He'll be fine. If he's taking bullets, anything like he gives bullets, he's gonna survive.
Yeah, he gets shot twice and dies. So of all the 60 people at the scene, nobody cooperated with police except for the wife, Trina.
Oh fucking Stockholm syndrome, man.
So Trina said, did I lose that page? Trina blamed it on. No, there it was. Okay, yeah. Trina ID'd the shooter as Del Clement. He was one of the owners of the D&G Tavern. I'd say he was the D part. Must have been Del and somebody else. I did a little investigating of my own, and I'm pretty sure that Del is the D of D&G Tavern.
They throw a twist at you, though. His middle name is Gavin.
Oh, so he's the D and the G?
He's the D and the G.
He's the whole effing show.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, if you're the one guy that somebody blames, you're like, what the fuck, people?
It's like the wife, though.
We agreed.
But it's the wife. No one else cooperated. Okay. He wasn't ever arrested. No charges were ever, pinned on him because he denied. The FBI even came in and investigated, and no charges were ever made. But Trina sued the city because of just, I guess,
Stockholm syndrome, man.
For whatever reason, she sued. Probably because he died and they couldn't figure it out or whatever.
Yeah.
But she won $17,600. And after the death, the town saw a significant decrease in the amount of cattle and pig theft.
I bet.
And an increase in motherfuckers just being happy.
And just the mood changed.
So that's it. That's the story of...
Today we would just take a GoFundMe up for Trina.
Yeah.
And just be like, look, we're going to set you up. Don't worry about it.
Like, it's cool. He's gone. But this guy was a complete asshole.
Good. I'm glad. Like, it should have been done so much sooner.
He shot 2 people, got away with it.
Yeah, just fucking kill him. Guess who's
I would never get away. There'd be cell phones out. Good. It would be recorded. World star
in a small town like that.
Yeah, you just got shot.
But in a small town of that few people, if you can get together, it's not going to take just
an obvious problem.
You know who doesn't contribute to society? That motherfucker. Yeah. Guess who we don't need anymore? That motherfucker.
You shoot one person. You shoot one old man twice. Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
I guess, but then twice. You shoot Bo Bowenkamp?
A fucking 70-year-old man he's not even the one that yelled at your daughter.
No. It was just he owned the store.
Or not even yelled. Like, just told your daughter, hey, don't steal from us, please.
Put that back.
Yeah. Man, I would, if I was in the group of 60 people, I would have been the first one to be like, we should just kill him, right? Yeah. Like, as soon as the sheriff's dumbass got done explaining his neighborhood watch store. And that's what they don't know.
Like, was it something at the meeting where... That's what the crowd go there knowing to kill him, or did they get there and waiting for him to come out and just seeing him and just was it a spontaneous event?
I would say I don't know. I would say if not the whole group, I would say there was a part of that group
4 or 5
that decided,
yeah,
because the 2 shots.
Whoever G was probably the second shooter.
It's smart to use multiple.
Yeah.
You have multiple fucking bullets.
I'm glad Trina wasn't shot.
Different guns.
Being in a truck like that. I mean, that is good because...
I mean...
Even to fall under a spell like that, but gosh, she was 8th grade when she met him.
Yeah, like, he should have been drug out in the middle of nowhere way earlier.
But that's all the times were there, man. Early 80s like that.
Fuck. But then, on that same thing, though... It makes it easier for you to do something like get 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Go get the piece of shit.
Yep.
Take him out in the middle of nowhere and just beat him to death.
Yeah.
Who's gonna miss him?
That would have been fun too.
Yeah. He got drunk and wandered off. We don't know where he went. I'm sure he'll be back to be a dick.
Story. I was so I was kind of down. Like I said, I put off for 2 weeks trying to find something, and I found this last night, and I kept kind of started with other stories.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get into it. But as soon as I saw this and then started reading up on it,
when
I was
you said
this is awesome.
The guy shot in front of witnesses, I thought I might know the story. I didn't know a lot of the details. But then as soon as you talk about what a dick he was, I had read the story before.
even if 60 is too much and there's 45, of all those people, not one single person.
You got to be a real class A asshole.
Yeah. I mean, that's like Trump level. Can I say that? Is that okay?
I would. I think that'd be a great way to get rid of our problems. Whatever.
Did Trump and Melina? Ivana? What the fuck's her name?
I don't know.
Just get him in a truck.
She'd probably be cool with it.
Yeah.
She looks like a fucking hostage every time you see her.
Yeah. That's probably how Trina was. So if you're out there listening and you were there, call us.
Yeah, we won't rat you out. We'll change
Skidmore, Missouri.
We'll change your name. Skidmore. He would definitely be from a town called Skidmore.
Skidmore.
Yeah.
Population 437.
Man, yeah, no, I think there needs to be more of that in the world.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of people.
Is that vigilante? Is it mob? It's kind of like a mixture of But I would say this guy deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a father. He had kids, but he was probably gonna fuck those kids' lives up even more.
Oh, they were already.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see like the benefit of this guy continuing to live.
Exactly. Again, he contributes absolutely nothing to society.
Like, no fear, no respect, no just.
Yeah, like when you're actively making society worse.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
I'm afraid to leave your house now. There's going to be a mob out there waiting on me. Your puns!
First of all, I don't know 60 people. So, I would never want to have to communicate with 60 people.
Yeah. God, then you go to a meeting because they hate someone so much. That was definitely before Facebook. You just got on Facebook and bitch about them now.
Yeah. I can picture people.
Do they make flyers? They're like, we got
like make an event. Yeah. Make an event page for it.
No more McElroy.
Yeah, I think now though, like somebody would just get a hold of Trina and be like, "Hey, look, we know what this guy's like. We got some money set aside for you. You're gonna be fine.
Fuck this guy.
Don't plan on being around your husband tomorrow." Okay, yeah, I'm glad he's dead.
Yep.
I wish he would have been shot a few more times.
I know, yeah.
Or like just beat.
I was hoping like they would just light him up like Bonnie and Clyde style.
Yeah. I just think a good like baseball bat beating before you get shot is always.
Like start at the feet, work your way up, so that way you don't kill him or anything.
Right.
But they just are in pain.
Give the old man a shot or two.
Yeah, Bo in camp.
Yeah.
Come on down, Bo.
Because like he's probably not gonna be able to deliver. He's not gonna be able to deliver a death blow.
No.
So let him hit him in the face a few times.
Yeah. Trina, give her a couple swings.
Yeah. Let the kids swing.
Like a pinata.
And find the other wives. Yep. I'm sure all those other wives were like,
oh
yeah.
Fuck that, yeah.
We'll bring our own bats.
Trina's parents who burned their house down and shot their dogs.
Yeah, right then I'd have been like, hey, we gotta do something. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him. Glad he's dead.
What an uplifting episode. I think this is what the world needs now.
Man, this is what the world's going to turn into. I think we have to get to a point where we're done dealing with fucking assholes.
Yeah, I like that. I opened you up.
No more.
You're lit now.
Yeah. Let's get to some Would You Rather.
Stick of Dynamite's lit. Oh, yeah. Would you rathers? Would you rather have McElroy alive or dead? Dead. Bring him back to life.
Whatever I have to do whatever I have to go through to make sure he's dead, I'm fine with it. So 2 of these are mine. One of them I found. And the one I found I had to put on here because it's well,
there goes all our integrity.
Yes. So all right, here's the first one. This was mine. So here's the scenario. You've been kidnapped and imprisoned in a small room with no windows. You have no idea where you are or who kidnapped you. Now, would you rather be able to call someone on the phone every day and speak to them for an hour, but you can never provide them with any details about where you're at or who took you? Or you get one phone call a year, only one phone call a year, where you can only speak to someone for 1 minute, but you're provided one single clue to your whereabouts by your captors that you're allowed to pass on to the person you called.
Every day for an hour.
Okay.
I don't care. Leave me in the room.
Because you would eventually get to build up clues.
Fuck it.
So every day for an hour you call somebody.
I'm kind of getting used to isolation.
You just live in isolation. Yeah, I guess this question...
Have some phone sex or something, call someone.
I think on a subconscious
like, what are you
level.
Wearing? Chains. I'm chained to a wall. There's rat bites.
I've ate my clothes. Yeah. So those are gone. All right, so you
rats in half.
You just chill out in the little room.
Yeah, let me talk for an hour.
All right. The second one, this is the one I found somewhere, and it made me have, like, it shuddered. I guess I shuddered when I read it. Would you rather have 500 small cuts all over your body and jump into a pool of lemon juice, or put a toothpick between your big toenail and the skin and kick a wall as hard as you can?
I would do the 500 cuts. Yeah. Fuck that.
That toenail thing made me, like, fucking...
I hate toenails.
I don't like... Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we have toenails. We're not fucking animals. We're not using them for defense. We're not fucking opening up anything with them. Like, we should have evolved out of toenails. Okay? Fuck toenails.
But imagine kicking a toothpick back in between it.
I've done it where I'm lazy and I'll let my toenails grow and I'll hit it off something and it'll come off that way.
Yeah.
And that sucks a dick. So I don't, nope. Just cut me up. Cut me 1,000 times.
I've done the cuts back when I did deathmatch stuff. I've done I got hit with a bunch of light tubes, and then slammed into like a thing of like lemon juice and salt. Oh. And it really, I mean, it just stings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people think it's way worse. But the fucking driving the toothpick. All right, last one. I like this one. Would you rather live the rest of your life as a mime, or would you rather live the rest of your life as a juggalo? For all of you at home, Joel is miming. You would rather be a mime for the rest of your life. Yeah, because I'm talking like full on, like juggalo, like you're wearing the paint. I've
gone deep into the juggalo rabbit hole. I've watched YouTube documentaries about the gathering.
Oh my god!
And, like, it's a family atmosphere.
Family,
yeah,
is how it's pronounced.
I think I'd rather be a mime.
Yeah.
And talk to somebody 1 hour every day on the phone while getting cut.
And lemon juice showers.
Those are my choices.
Okay.
And killing Rex McElroy.
Over and over again. All right. Well,
damn, man. My toenail.
Yeah. I was clipping my toenails last night. And
smart. Good move.
Smart. And like I got done and I'm like sitting there and all of a sudden I feel like my toes were like wet or whatever, and I looked down and I'd apparently like clipped and blood, dude, blood is
Don't talk anymore.
Pouring out. But, like, if you like, I look at it now, I can't see a cut. Like, it looks fine. It doesn't hurt. There's like no sore spot on it. I have no fucking idea what happened.
That's crazy.
I may have been, like, I might still be in a fever dream. I don't know. Am
I real?
Are you here?
Am I ever anywhere, Josh?
There you are, man. Wherever you are.
There's only one set of footsteps.
Wherever you is. There you are.
All right. Fuck. Can't do better than that.
All right. Well, I'm glad to know that there's...
Sleep tight tonight, Angel. Roy's dead.
A guy dead.
He dead.
Who was a giant piece of shit.
That's what drew me to this story, is just what a giant piece of shit this guy was.
Yeah.
And like, it's just such a clear-cut case of just like, yes, this guy.
Wonder how often, like, so before, it's like by the 80s, we had, 70, because this was 81, so like most of his shit was through the 70s, like late 70s. Even by then, though, we were a civilized society.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like,
but Skidmore, Missouri, with 437 residents,
probably
a
little less.
10, 15 years behind the times. You know, like, I mean, even now, Parkersburg, I'm sorry, we're still 2-3 years behind the times.
Imagine, though, like...
So imagine with no internet, nothing like that, like how much further behind the times like that little tiny town was.
Imagine, though, years before that, like 1700s, 1800s. Imagine, like, you could never be that kind of an asshole.
No.
Because, like, no one would ever have to put up with you.
They just kill you.
Just... a group of 10 people could just be like, well, no more of this, and then you're done. Like, they just grab you, they hang you.
I think my favorite part of the story is the sheriff. They're just like, everyone watch!
Dude, just...
That's like a chef being like, let's just order in.
That sheriff should be not killed, but, like, he should have been, like, thrown... And I don't know. Something should have happened to that, just for being such a cowardly... Or that he was probably... If it's all mob, say there was mob connections.
Maybe that's why he said
Sheriff's probably
getting
a little bit of kickback.
Yeah,
to let this asshole.
Let's just watch him a little bit.
But again,
don't go confront him. I'm going to leave.
Unless that asshole Ken Rex
McElroy
was doing some shit on the side for the mob.
Yeah.
I don't see.
I mean, if you're stealing shit, that's
like I don't see why they would ever let
so.
you. They wouldn't care enough.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's why who he stole for.
Maybe. I don't know. In the little town of Skidmore, Missouri, they're like, what do you do? Unless you're like holding shit for the mob.
Yeah. Cattle, pigs, grain.
If you got a bunch of land, they can bring out people on your land, kill them.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, there's a whole. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
All right, well, that was a good one, man.
Yeah, we'll have to post a picture too. He looks about what you would expect him to look like.
Okay.
Ken Rex.
I'll find a picture of him. Yeah,
Ken Rex McElroy.
I mean, he's got a. That's a sad waste of name though, because that sounds like a stuntman or something.
Ken Rex is so weird to have two like one syllable names.
Yeah,
right there. I'm like you being Josh Todd.
Well, now I am.
Josh Todd.
JT. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week, probably.
Maybe.
As long as,
if there is a next week.
If there is a next week. I don't even know what this week is.
It's something.
I've lost all count.
It's April 13th. April's halfway over.
Says you.
Next Monday's 420.
Prove it.
I don't know how to.
I don't know what it is anymore.
I don't know what's happening.
We're in the darkest timeline now. So, all right, we're out of here. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff.
Middle-aged and mediocre.
See you later.
Bye.